So I've been working on something that I wanted to share with you, and let me know if you're interested. I'll probably make this available for sharing. This is an indicator that I've been working on for Tradingview, and it's supposed to help studying and using the ICT teachings for the different ranges and the different sessions that happened throughout the day. And so I'm here, I'm in a futures chart NQ. The background shading here comes from a different indicator that just puts different background colors into the different time ranges. And this is just kind of to help me structure the day a little bit. So this here is the basically the date line, this blue line here that comes from just the built-in stuff. And then this is all just normal time. This lighter part here is the London session from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. marked here. All times, by the way, are based on New York time, because that's how ICT does his teachings. So then the black areas here are the New York open at 9:30 through noon. And then here is New York lunch, this little lighter area here, normal color area. And then here are the afternoon hours in New York, starting at 1 p.m. New York time. And I've just kind of made a different color here for the last hour of the New York trading session, actually the last half hour. So now on top of that, the indicator that I'm working on is showing the opening times, the opening prices for the, what is this one here? Okay, so let me show you. The opens are 0 GMT open, that's the white one here, that's this one. Then there's the, what I call the IPTA open or midnight open, that's midnight New York time. And then there's the London open, which is 3 a.m. New York time. So these are the three opens here. These two are kind of like so close together today. You can hardly tell them apart, but here's the midnight open and here's the London open. And then as far as opens goes, you can also show the New York open. That's the yellow one over here. And the New York close. That happens at 4 o'clock, and I have that in the dashed quality here. Okay, so now, so these are the opens. Let's hide all the opens for a moment, all these lines, so I can show you the ranges. The ranges is the really cool thing here of that indicator, of that script, because it helps you show the ranges and study, what happens. So at the beginning of the day, now we're kind of at the very end of the day here, and by default, it shows always the last instance of each range, right? So you can select plot CBDR. This is the central bank dealers range. That's this one over here. It starts whenever it starts. So the times are all programmed into the indicator as per ICT's teachings, but you can also change them and adjust them. And again, all the times are based on New York time, and it doesn't matter what time zone you show your actual chart in. So, for example, if you show the chart in Chicago, then all this stays adjusted to New York time anyway. Okay, so this is the CBD range, and for each range you can show the extensions here, the range extensions, and you can also hide them. So you can just show the range itself. That's like this, and there you go. And then in the style selection, you can show labels, and the labels will show the actual range in ticks. So this, in this case here, a tick is 25 cents. It also works for Forex charts, and it shows, accordingly, just the ticks, the amount of ticks that are in the range. You can also switch between using candle bodies for the range and using wicks for the range. So right now I have it set to use candle bodies, and you can see here the range is based on the highest and lowest open and close of the candle bodies. And if you switch that, here, use candle bodies, then you can see it uses now the candle wicks for the range, and it adjusts like that. And the current range, so if there's a range that is currently building in progress, it will adjust in real time and build and expand as it goes. Then you can plot the expansions. So this is just the multiples that stack up, and you can show or hide the midlines of the expansions here. The main midline is always showing, so that's not affected. There's a little, you can change some colors and do everything, the way you like it, but this is kind of how I have it. Then you can also, the other ranges that are showing are the Asian range. So again, the latest Asian range that was here in this chart is the one from last night. So it's over here. And again, same features apply to each one of those ranges. You can use candle bodies or use wicks, and it adjusts according to that. And then you can also plot the expansions and plot the midlines as well. Let's use candle bodies. Okay, then you can also, the next range here is the London range. And again, same thing here, use candle bodies or use wicks, and you can show the expansions or not. And so in the beginning of the day or during the night, it's actually pretty cool. So you can kind of coax it to show the latest CBDR range. If you want to study past days, you just set the time here or the date here back to something not all the way in the future. Let's see here. Let's go to 11:28, 15. Let's see. That should work. Let's see if that works. No. Okay, so as soon as the time has moved on to the next occurrence of each range, the last previous range is eliminated. So you just simply have to set this to a time before 2 o'clock, and that will then show the next previous iteration of the range, and that's over here. So now you have kind of the view as it is developing here during the night. Now, this was kind of a funky situation because this is the Monday here after Thanksgiving. So there was this kind of funky Friday that was an incomplete trading day. So that's why the CBDR range doesn't go into the previous day in this particular case. But that's a special case. So let's bring the openings back. So here's the 0 GMT open. Here's the IPTA open, midnight open. That's right here. And then we'll show the London open as well. And that's right here under there. And so there you go. So you can, now you can kind of puzzle around. For example, here you can see this swing below the Asian range, taking out the stops below here. And then this is a great a long opportunity to swing back up here and through the London Open. And then this would be the Judas swing for London. You can take this down here and so forth. So, whatever the teachings are, however they work, you can study it here and just, figure out, you can come in here and build your boxes of, what kind of range expansions you're looking at. You can also just kind of go here. You see the London Open or the London swing high kind of went up to close to the midpoint of the CBDR range, but also very close to the to the 0 GMT Open. So you can kind of study and use it for that purpose, and make it's been really helpful for me to use this indicator because it's flexible. It allows you some flexibility to look at those ranges and in different with different ideas and kind of go across and see how it all comes out. You can also, let me show you some more stuff. So instead of doing the CBDR and the Asian, you can also show the flout range. That's like this. And there are some, special rules about flout, but the plotting here works the same way. And again, you just have to kind of study the rules according to ICT's teaching and figure out how the ratios work and how the boxes are to be placed. But you can see here, right here, if you, for example, if you have these ranges built and you see part of the night, and as it develops, you see where the swing highs are, the swing lows, and where the stopping points are, you can see which range this particular day or this particular overnight session might closely relate to, right? So you can see here, this one is actually pretty darn close to the flout in this middle line here, midline of the flout, and then it swings back up all the way here, which is, the bodies just go pretty much exactly to the midline of the flout up there. Then we go into the middle of the flout and just kind of explore the flout back and forth. And then we finally go 1, 2, 3. That's really close to this one as well. So, so there you have it. So you have basically a swing up to one range of flout, then we're down here. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth range of flout, if you will. So if you can show and hide these as you study and as you go through things, and as things are developing, you can you can figure out what is working, what is what is the range that is currently for the current overnight session the most applicable. You can see here, I mean, they all kind of work, which is very cool. If they have confluence between the different ranges, that's even all the better, even though this CBDR range isn't even like complete. So there. So let me know if you're interested in this. Leave some comments to let me know if you're interested in this indicator, and let me know if you have any suggestions based on what I showed you here so far. Let's see. So I've expanded it. I've also implemented the New York initial balance as a range here, because I think that's also kind of nice to know. And what else do we have? The New York Open, New York Close. I'm kind of working on implementing the relationship to the 5-day average trading range, and that's something that's in progress right now. All right, here you go. Signing off.